Hey there, comic book friends. I'm Travis. This is another edition of What the Fugue, where I talk about what's going on with me in my world of comics. Not a whole lot. Let's start off with kind of the title, which I'm talking about this, but I haven't actually titled it yet. It sounds like pretty much Scott, Constant Romstar, is done doing Hangouts for the time being. So I'm going to continue on with the Comic Book Roundtable, hosting it on Friday nights, typically at 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern Time. That's my intention anyway, unless some of you out there in YouTube watching land for some reason don't think that I should. I'm going to continue on with doing the show because I really like talking comics, with a group of people. I think that's fun. But if I'm missing some reason as to why I shouldn't, or if I should name the show something else, if I'm going to continue on with just doing it myself or whatever, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to do my best to, keep doing some sort of a show. It just, to me, seems to make sense to continue to use the name. It's a decent name, and whatever. And to go along with that, I need your guys' help to some degree as far as participation in doing the roundtable. If you are interested, or even think you're remotely interested in being on the roundtable, please get a hold of me. Let me know so we can get you on the show. I've had some shows where I've had very few people on it, and that's okay for me as far as having a conversation goes, because if it's just like me and Comic Book Girl, Jan, for instance, which we've had shows where that's all it's been, the two of us can talk quite a bit and talk in depth about a lot of stuff because there aren't as many voices. Last week it was mostly just me and Sleepy Reader 666, Damien talking, which is great for me. It's really easy to have a conversation that way, but it doesn't get a lot of voices in as far as a lot of opinions and a lot of different ideas and a lot of different thoughts as to whatever it is we're talking about. And I'm one of those people that it's, to some degree, it's more the merrier. Do I want 10 people on the Hangout? No, probably not, because it's extremely hard for all of us to get a word in edgewise if there's that many people, and I inevitably hog too much of the screen time anyway, and so that would be bad. But I really like to have it be a round table as opposed to just a two-person table as far as that goes. So like I said, if you're interested, I've got some people lined up over the next couple shows. I hope to come and be on the show. But like I said, if you're interested at all, come on, talk comics. I mean, if you've seen the show, obviously you know kind of what we do. And we talk a little bit DC, we talk a little Marvel, we talk about independent, generally current books, we talk about old books if somebody's got something they want to talk about as far as that, and just kind of whatever else is going on in the world of comics. So I hope that you continue to follow along. I know a lot of you do jump between my channel and Scott's channel to watch the show. So I hope you continue to have that right along with me. I'm really trying very hard to pay closer attention to what goes on in the comments during the live show, so we can talk about what you're talking about. If you aren't actually on the show, you can still be part of the show. I mean, I know there's that whole comment thing where you guys have your own conversations, and that is awesome too. That's generally what I do if I'm on in the audience of somebody else's hangout. So I'll try to catch what you're saying there and try to make that part of the conversation as best you can. That's sometimes hard for me because if I start reading the comments too much, I tend to get distracted while somebody else is talking. I want to be able to hear, to be polite, I want to be able to hear, actually hear what my fellow guests are talking about and not miss something they said. But I don't like to stop what everyone's talking about while I read too. So I'm trying to find a balance between that to make that work. But hopefully that will be the case and that'll work and whatnot. But anyway, so let me know. For right now, I'm going to continue with the Comic Book Roundtable. Let me know if I shouldn't be continuing with it, if I should make it something else or do something else with it. If you think that's bad, I don't think there's anything for that. But like I said, Scott's gonna take a hiatus for I don't know how long that's gonna be. But I like talking comics with people, and it's a great avenue to really get to talk live with people about comics. So I'm gonna continue with that. Until we all decide that's not what we want to do. And if I don't get enough people who want to come on and talk comics, then I will change it, or we'll quit and we'll do something else. For those of us who do, if it doesn't make up enough to do that, who knows? I mean, that's just how I feel today. I don't know. Anyway, another hangout. Be paying attention. Saturday, there will be a bat chat. Looking forward to that. Always looking forward to talking with DeCosta Geesey Comics. Get on his channel, check him out. We'll be talking Batman titles for the last, I don't know, month, 6 weeks, 4 weeks. Can't remember when we did the last one. But we'll be talking some Bat titles. Always a lot of fun to talk with John about everything Batman related. So we'll be doing that, having a good time doing that. That'll be on Saturday. I believe that is 9:30, somewhere around in there, Eastern time. So we'll be doing that. That'll be a lot of fun. I don't have a whole lot else, I don't think. Sometime this weekend I should have reviews of last week's books up and stuff. It's looking more and more like I am probably, whereas it seemed to be like I used to be able to have my reviews up by middle of the week. I don't know if that's going to happen anymore. It may be closer to the weekend. I think I'm doing the reviews this week by myself. Disembodied Voice is interested in continuing to talk comics with me, which is great. She appreciates hearing the comments that you guys all have about that. Speaking of comments, this weekend hopefully I will get on replying to those comments. It's gotten harder for me to reply by my phone, so I have to wait until I'm not at work to actually reply to what people have said. Because I know people ask questions and just generally talk, and I want to be able to talk back. That's part of the whole conversation, right? Part of the whole beauty of this whole thing. So I want to, I want to get more on that, so you don't feel like you're just making a comment to me and I'm not commenting back. And I think the last 3 or 4 What the Fugues, I've made some comment around the line of the fact I need to get on those comments. So I probably need to do that. Maybe I should start watching my own videos back so I can guilt myself into doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Anyway, so I'll be around this weekend. Lots of hangouts, and then hopefully, I haven't really talked to the guys yet, but mid-December somewhere I want to do another comic book parfait. I just gotta get around to messaging all those guys, which has gotten harder. I haven't quite figured out exactly how I do that now with the way Hangouts works and the lack of messaging that used to be with YouTube. So I have to kind of figure that one out because I don't have everybody's actual email address to email them directly. So get that squared away. Anyway, that's it. I don't really have anything to talk about as far as actual comic book news and information and whatnot. It kind of is what it is. Nothing's like really making me go, oh, I need to talk about that. So anyway, have a great one, everybody, and I'll see you on the weekend.